is Abdul Rahman. I'm a lecturer at a public university in Kenya. I deliver lectures in computing and informatics. In our last lesson, we discussed about Java syntax, and we had seen that a syntax actually, these are rules to make how a programmer would write up a program or interpret that particular code. And onto that, we have found out there are several rules, and one of them it is that the class name of a Java a program the first letter should start with a capital letter, and others we have found out actually it is opposite. When you have a method name, it will start up the first letter into a lowercase, and there were so many of them which we discussed. Today we are going to start up a new whole topic and ask ourselves what is actually a Java comment, and into that particular journey we are going actually to define what is a Java comment, and then we are going to look at the types of comments which are found in Java, and finally we are going actually to implement it into our Eclipse IDE. So let us start on to that particular journey and ask ourselves these different questions. So we're asking, so what is actually a comment? So a comment actually, it is actually nothing but basically these are text notes which are added into a program, and they are basically they are used to explain the code, about the information about the code. So their biggest purpose is to explain the code itself, and actually they are actually ignored. They are ignored by the compiler and the interpreter. So as we are saying that they are not actually interpreted or compiled, so they are not going to be affect our code at all. And also they are used basically to maintain code. When you are not around as the programmer of that particular code, other programmers actually can use it to maintain code. And also they are also used for what we call debugging. So also they are used by debugging. Debugging is a process of eliminating error. So you can actually comment part of the code in order to debug or eliminate those particular area. So that is actually what we meant by a comment. They are nothing but text notes which are added to a program or a source in order to make it readable and easily maintainable, and other programmers actually they can look at your program and understand how it was structured and how it was written. So that one takes us to the types of Java comments. So basically Java comments, they are actually of three types, and the first type of a Java comment basically is what we call up a single line. So here we have what you call up a single line, and the second type is what you call the multiple line, and the third type is what you call the documentation. So these basically are the three types of comments. So let us see what are they. So when we are talking about a single line comment, it can be similar to what on an ordinary way we are calling up a sentence. And for us to comment in a single line, we are going to use what you call 2 forward slash. So the 2 forward slash that will actually make up that particular comment, and then we are writing up our comment here. And also these are used actually to describe what you call code functionality. So if you want to describe the function of a particular code, we are actually using up a single line, and its syntax is very simple. So it is syntax, it's very simple. It is actually, we are writing up 2 forward slash, and then you're putting up your sentence there, and that's it. So when we come to the second part of it, and that it is the multiple line. The multiple line, basically it can be similar to what you call up a paragraph. So and actually it actually starts with a forward slash and an asterisk and ends with an asterisk and a forward slash, and it is basically used to explain procedures, methods, or an algorithm. So if you want to explain a procedures, method, or algorithm, then you use up the multiple line. And its syntax, it's very simple. It is actually a forward slash, and then here you are writing up your paragraph, and then you are ending up with a asterisk with a forward slash. And then we have the third one. The third one, which is it is actually similar in a normal way to an essay, and this particular one actually it starts with a forward slash with two asterisks and end up just like the multi-line with an asterisk and a forward slash. And basically this particular one, it is used when a developer is making up a software package or a project. And basically it is actually contains some HTML codes such as H1, and then we'll have this particular tag H1, or the art sign, maybe art author, art let's say scenes, and there's so many of them. And usually it is generated using what you call the Java code tool, and basically its syntax is very simple. So its syntax, it is actually a forward slash with two asterisks, and then you write up your essay here, and then asterisk and forward slash to end out of it. So these are the three types of comments. So let's go to Dev C++ and see how we can write this particular comment. See, here we've got a very simple program from our last session of Hello World. We had explained each and every word onto it, what public means, a class, hello, and the rest. So let us put up a comment there at the top using up what we call the documentation comment. So the syntax is very simple. It's a forward slash, and then we are having two asterisks, and then when we enter, you'd see that actually automatically it has given us the syntax, and that is the beauty about Eclipse. So here maybe you can put up an HTML tag or any other tag onto that. So let's put up an HTML tag. This is a tag for header. So this particular header tag, basically we want to put up there Java comments. So that's Java comments, and in this particular tag we have to close that particular tag if we understand HTML. So that will be my H1, and that is the closing of that particular tag. So from there, maybe I can write up what is it all about. So I'll say here types of comments in Java. So we've got three types of comment in Java. Number one, we have what you call single line comment. Number two, we have what you call a multiple line comment. So that will be multi-line comment, and finally the third one we talked about was the documentation comment. So those are the three types, and here automatically the author, it has automatically pick up my name as Abdurrahman. So that is actually the beauty of this particular one. So here you can put up some more besides up the author. Maybe we want to put up the version, so automatically the version there, maybe the version, it is version 1.0, and when it was created you can put up art and then use up since, and we put up 2019. So basically this is a whole demonstration of a comment what has been done, and maybe we want to put up some more comments. Let's take up here, maybe we want to explain this particular line. We'll put up a single comment, and that particular single comment, maybe it is just saying printing printing in the console. So that is actually a comment on that particular area. So, and here maybe we can now just run this particular program, and you can see all this particular comment will not affect this particular program, because we are saying they are ignored by the compiler or the interpreter. Let's run this particular program. We had seen that actually the output was just the one inside the system .output.println, that is only hello world, while all this explanation actually was ignored. But this particular explanation gives up a leeway for programmers to maintain this very simple program. That comes out to the end of this particular program. Until next session, don't forget actually to subscribe. In our next session, we are going to talk about variables. For now, I say bye.